Testing. All right. So I want to thank everyone for joining, whoever is there. We greatly appreciate your visit. I know I do. And this is brought to you by ARC Loyalty. We're going to learn a little about what ARC Loyalty is and about my contact app. And the question posed is, how do you share your contact information? We're going to talk about it, and I'm going to present some solutions. Not all solutions are offered through my contact app. Like, this isn't a presentation for just selling services. No. This is a thought process presentation. I want you to understand the value of it. Let's go back to ARC Loyalty first.
All right.
We believe ARC Loyalty is the way to go. Let's show love first.
I want to thank everyone
and
for
one by one, always
joining, whoever is there. We greatly appreciate your visit. I know I do.
That's why my contact
and
is
this
free.
is brought to you by ARC Loyalty.
We're going
to
before you can actually
learn a little
become
about
a
what
paid
ARC
user of my
is
contact app. You have to show love first by providing any size donation, and then it opens up the window for you to be able to make a purchase.
Talk about it
because
and
ARC Loyalty is a
nonprofit. Not all solutions are
presents
offered through my contact app. Like, this isn't a
features that are available through my contact app. Now,
a presentation for
not
just selling
size,
services.
Right?
No. This is a thought process presentation. I want you to understand the value of it.
A bit about what is necessary to get the most out of the time on this call before we go into it. I don't want you to just, see my name on the screen and hear me talking and think that I think I'm a YouTuber or whatever. No. Look. In order for you to get the most out of this call, you got to understand where I'm coming from, where we're coming from, what it's about. And it's about going through the options and then helping you to crystallize what you're trying to do when it comes to sharing. So many of us share our information. We don't even put a second thought into what, how, why, all that stuff. And some people could say, oh, you're thinking too hard. No, I would say you're not thinking hard enough. Because we're in a different time. Like, never before have you really been able to present yourself how you want to be presented for the long haul. Catch that. Present yourself how you want to be presented for the long haul. So, back in the day, always, make a good first impression. Make sure you dress sharp. Make sure you look good, got your hair did, that kind of stuff, right? But back in the day, it was shorter term. It was, what can you put on paper that maybe you can hand to someone, and hopefully maybe they keep it or they add it to their address book, because essentially you wanted them to have your information in their address book, and you want to, of course, leave them with a good impression, maybe some notes or something. So if you go back years ago, go look at the Smithsonian Institute. It's a historical museum in the US, but just go look at history and you'll see people would share contact information, and then sometimes they write notes. Curly hair, likes chocolate, nice laugh, meet at 4, whatever it is. So the receiver of the information has always been like etching notes and trying to enhance the contact information that was just given to them. The presenter of the contact information has always been trying to enhance that information. And I think recently we've kind of fallen off. And that's what this is about here. It's about, hey, I'm imagining like the Three Stooges, like, let me smack you. Let's get back on this horse. We've become too tech reliant, at the same time, not tech reliant enough. Right? Or we're not using the tech enough. And when it comes to contacts and information sharing, etc. And I say this because a lot of people will say, oh, follow me on, like me on, check me out here. So it's nothing wrong with that. But essentially, you don't own that relationship. Never before has there been a time where people would redirect in such a broad way to a third party. Here, go look on this place, go over there, you'll find, of course, you want to be known or something, but not like just straight go to the yellow pages. Let's see, you can decide if you're in and out of the yellow pages. Your customer had no choice. Like, everyone got the yellow pages. Not everyone's on social media, but what everyone just about has is a cell phone. Just like, the cell phone is the black book. Remember the black book? Like, people, when I was growing up, it was like you put your most important things in the black book. The people that you like the most, you put in the black book. It was that little black book that you put your secret stuff in. That's our cell phone. I wonder if that's why a lot of them are black. I don't know, just a thought. But that's our cell phone. The new black book is the cell phone. It's not just a phone. It does so much. And we keep all of our important stuff in there. But computers only know what we tell it to know. So stay with me here. Here's the cliff that some people fall off of. Computer knows what we tell it to know. Well, okay. I think a lot of us are tired of telling the computer over and over what to know. And so we don't tell it enough. Like, we told it for, one network, we told it for another network. Now you want me to build a website and tell it for that and all this stuff. And it's just like, or I don't know how to do it. So we're taking the easy road, but along the way, you're losing that relationship. And to connect it to, like, way back when you had your contact information, handed out to, when you gave it to someone, you can go back to 1913, you give them your contact information, they write it in a book, they got you. Now, if your contact information changes, what can you do to notify that person? You have to hope that they just find way, or you tell the post office and they get forwarding address. But there was no internet for them to go and search and find you one. You would just be lost. Well, now we have the internet. So if someone's going to look for you, they're going to go online. You bet your butt. But how many of us have actually realized that? Like, really? Oh, my football intensity is coming out on this, because I'm like, come on. How many people have actually realized that, to the extent of being willing to change your behavior? Because that's what has to happen. If you don't change your behavior, those with money and influence are going to recognize you're not changing, but everything else is changing, and they'll create a way for you to just adapt without having to change. But you will not be in control of your information. Someone's going to search you on the internet. They're going to find whatever they find, and that's the end of it. You're going to give somebody your contact information, and they're going to just have, your phone number, email, whatever they feel like taking, and that's the end of it. Maybe, probably no picture. It's just kind of flat experience. If your contact information changes, which, a lot of us don't change phone numbers, but it happens. I've had the same number 15 years, and then all of a sudden got into it with the company, gone. My wife, same thing. Then another company, like 8 years later, same thing. I was like, man, and that's what helped birth this. Okay, because I had a friend pass away and they couldn't find me because my contact information kept moving. He knew how to find me, but they, the rest of the family couldn't. So and I wasn't online like that, but if I had an internet address hub, if I would have realized that, hey, they're going to go look for me online, I should make myself available. I should have a presence. And it's got to be more than just a presence. It's not about just sales for me. No. It's about communication and where people can find me. And you can look on my internet contact address hub, and you'll see there's stuff there that sells. I change it up all the time. How do I feel? Maybe I present some stuff for business. Why not? But I've had times where I have a personal card and I have more personal information in there. And so I may even have a password for people to be able to access it, because I just don't want everyone, getting it, or, lots of options. But the reality is, I had to recognize, wow, the internet isn't going anywhere and people are actually online. Now, where are they going to save my information? Everyone's like, oh, go on this network, this social network. Well, I don't want to do that, because that social network can take the pictures of my family and sell them for money. And I have family that came from modeling and acting. I know about that money that can be made. Why am I going to allow that to be, put out there? People can stalk my family. That's up to you. I mean, I have social network accounts, obviously, but I just want to try to focus the attention where I want people to and think in the long haul. So now I share my contact information with someone and then it changes. How do I update that? Oh, they have to get the app, the same app. We have to have the same app for them to know that I updated my contact information. I don't think that one works, because now I got to get all my contacts to get the same app if they want to get the cool. It's a great notification that like, oh, I changed something. On the other hand, I really don't care if you change anything. It's just when I'm looking for you, if I can't find you based on the contact information I have, tell me how I can get your updated contact information relatively easily, And that's what having an internet contact address hub is about. That's MICAH. All right. I'm going to show you my MICAH here in a little bit, just so you can see what mine looks like. I've had personal. I still have some personal ones. I got all kind of different ones out there because you can use them for different things. And once you have an internet address hub, like you understand the reality that people, they're going to go look for you online. Let me even stop right there and tell you, I'm not crazy. You know why I'm not crazy? There's this thing called Google. I don't know, really big company, Alphabet. Yeah, well, they just released a few months ago something called People Cards. Yes, Google People Cards. Guess what it is? It's your online presence. It's like a virtual business card. It's what they would offer, a miniature version of what they would present for like celebrity and public figures. So when you search a celebrity or public figure, you'll see it gives like a lot more information about it in a condensed area, like a little card. It shows their social handles, stuff, and all that, right? So you can go and get that. Now, why did Google do that? Because they know. And they want to encourage, they know that that's what people are doing. They know that it's starting to be irritating. They know they have the power and the reach to make this idea become real. And they are an advertising agency. They know that if they can get you to put all this content into their system, that's more information for them to better market for and to you. To each his own. I'm just telling you some of the reasons why they did it. Now, I've been working on my contact app and MICAH for years. Technology is about to be updated because we started so long ago. Technology, the way it looks, isn't as glossy. What it does is, and it reminds me of this car I had. It's a 1971 Cutlass Supreme. Man, love that car. I'm driving this car and I'm seeing a brand new vehicle on the side of the road. I'm laughing my butt off. Dead of winter, super cold, snow everywhere, and here's this brand new car stuck, and I'm rolling by in a 1971, like, ha ha ha. And that takes me to kind of where we're at. My contact app, for anyone that looks at it and go, oh, it doesn't look glossy, flossy, or you see some others that are fancy. Yes, in about 11 months, we'll have fancy. But what does it do? See, at the end of the day, you have to think about what you want done and what can do it. And that's basically it. When you get a MICAH, you do not want to house hop. Okay. You ever know anybody that moves every year? You have a hard time finding them. They're just moving every year. If that's you with your like personal web space, or you're like trying out all these digital business cards, I highly suggest you go buy a domain name like chriscollinssenior.com and just point people to that domain. And then you get a contact card and you make sure you put in your contact card, like, my personal website or my MICAH, something like that. When you share your contact information with people, they'll know. All right. And if you got a really good contact card maker, like the one inside of my contact app, you can even add notes in your contacts and say, if you ever can't get a hold of me, you can just, go to my MICAH or something like that. So I'll show you this little section in the contacts because it's there. But when you go to creating a contact, most contact creators don't provide this. They just don't. They don't have it. They don't provide it. All right. So that's that's something that you really should consider. You want a home. You don't want to be hopping around and make it difficult for people. And then you want them to be able to reach you when they need to. Well, most people do not delete their contacts, but if you just got yourself up on somebody's home screen, you're probably going to get deleted, moved, shuffled. If you just send somebody to your website, it's probably going to end up going away at some point because, well, it's a website. And well, it doesn't stick, right? Like it just doesn't. It's too much stuff. I can show you my screen. It's just too much stuff. But when you put some information in your contacts, how often do you go clean up your contacts? I have so many dead people and so many people I don't talk to. Every so often, I might be like, oh, or they'll call me like every blue moon. And you know what's really cool? When they call me every blue moon, I see their name. And in some cases, I see their face. And that's like, yep, that's why I did this. So imagine yourself. You can send people, a contact, and they see your name. They see your face. And it could be years later. Or they're searching through their contacts and they see your face because it wasn't just a simple see. And they're like, oh, yeah, I wonder what he's doing. Now, let's go a little bit further and say they see your face and your face is like, or they see your logo, something like that, your company logo. But you use my contact app to make it. And so I'm going to show you something that we do that's totally different. And then I'm going to take you somewhere else here. This is my screen. You see how I got stuff all put in here? This is why. It's just so much stuff on the home screen. Look at all these folders in here, man. So much stuff. So people that want to get like on the home screen, you're going to get lost. I'm less likely to find you probably on my home screen. I'm like, man, where's it at? And it eventually goes away. All right, so let me show you here. Imagine you are a teacher and, parents, you want to show them the happy days or something. So first you can have the school, then maybe some kids come in and then some, you smiling, whatever. If you're a construction, let's say you're a real estate agent, you can show the house, you walking up to a house or something. And then another image can be, the happy home with the keys dangling, that typical image. But we do this when people download a contact card that's made through my contact app. You can have the ability to have a moving image. No one does that. There's notes down here. You see these notes here? Right. So you can add notes and identifier, for my social link, click below. So this is like very important. If someone needs to get a hold of me, there's my website right here and they can see that, right? So I give that with all my contacts. And I change it up. It's whatever I want. It's my internet contact address up. I want to show you that because that's really, really, really cool. And for those creative people, it can be really valuable. Now, for anyone right now that's going, this is really cool. I just don't know. It seems like a lot. First of all, it's not a lot. The first thing to do when you have a long journey is take a step. The journey here is not that far away. What it is a mental journey is to say, I need to take control of my content, my contact information, and do it. Find a company that does it and do it. Buy a domain name that you want to keep almost forever. Okay, because that's what URLs are not going anywhere. Phone numbers might, this and that, but like internet URLs, that's not going anywhere for a long time. And that's your MICAH. And then find a company that does things that you want. So that's part of what this is being available. People always want to text while I'm trying to work, right? So make yourself available. And look, QR codes are so hot. Right there, Samsung has put it in. So much so, wait a minute. They even have a QR code reader right here. Look, built into the contacts. But this one only reads contacts. Now, I'm going to keep segueing because I hope you understand. Back in the 1900s, there's always shared contact information. But when people got lost, it was like, well, what do? I don't know. Have you seen John? No. And when they come around, it happens. Now we have the internet. We live online. We live offline. There's no real medium connecting us yet. That's what MICAH is about. That is the time now. You want to get the domain name that you want. You want to get comfortable with it because it's just simply not going anywhere. Or you can be dragged along. That's And when you refer somebody, you get paid a little referral thing. So as people recognize it, maybe you make some money. I don't know. That's just what it is. So let's continue on. I'm going to assume that you understand the value. Now, the question is, how do you get people there? I said I was going to show you my MICAH, right? So let me show you mine. And there's so much more, but we're going to take baby steps. So there I am. Now I changed up my border a little bit over here. Can I? Let me see if my S Pen will decide to S work, because I dropped it and it got crushed. I contacted the manufacturer, like, oh, your warranty is over. Isn't that great? But they're gonna work on it for me. Okay, so over here, come on now. There we go. It's kind of working. That's kind of cool. All right. Air Doodle. Okay, Air Doodle, come on. Oh, I think I'm going to not do that. I'm not ready for this. I should have tested exactly what I wanted to do. So here we go. Broken pin, that doesn't help me out. But what I want you to look at is to the side over here, right by the zoom. You see that star? That's the border, and that's my background, my PC background. So some of you may have seen my MICAH. I had no border. I had it stretched all the way like that. But I put a border, which basically shows the background of what it would be on the PC. So that was just a click of a button. That's how different it can be. For me, I chose to have the Bible in here because this is my MICAH. When I meet people, it's not so much about, hey, go to my MICAH and buy something. No, it's not about, hey, go to my MICAH and like, it's my MICAH. It's just like, you want to know about me? This is me. I'm a struggling person who in life, right? I want my kids to be better than me, and I try and work on my faith and stuff. So I'm creating an area that works for me, and this is who I am. So if someone doesn't want to talk about faith, it doesn't have to just be God. They don't want to talk about Jesus, but they don't want to talk about faith. They don't want to be positive, and they can see like, here I'm constructing that zone. That doesn't mean I'm perfect. This is just me. Like, it's what I like talk about. It's what I want to do. And so you can learn a little bit about me here. I've had other things where I have my social media streaming inside here, so people can just find out what they wanted. It's your MICAH. And you can see when I last updated it down here at the bottom, last updated, which is cool. I work late. That can go on and off. All this is so flexible. I love to learn how to outwit the devil. And I think about when someone goes to visit me, I want them to have, be better, so I think we should all try and help each other be better. And if you come across a point where you see you're not helping people to be better just by you trying to help yourself even to be better, you might need to take a step back. But that's for a different talk. All right. Now, close that up. This is YouTube, embed it right in. And I put the last one that we did here because it was pretty cool. I actually put a playlist in there. And so now that I have this cool MICAH, let me ask, how am I going to share it? What good is it to have something and not be able to use it? To have all this information and content, to have a store open and nobody come to you? What good is it? What good is it to have a store and take only cash and not credit cards? It just doesn't make sense, right? So you have this store in one way, you have this like cool content, this information. How are you going to get it into people's hands that you interact with? Especially if you don't want to get it in their hands like a desperate salesperson, but just sharing your content. Well, then you create a hub. You let them look around. That's why malls are really cool, indoor malls, even outdoor malls. But malls are really cool because the stores really don't have to push to sell. Like, come here, come here. What you got to do is pay the mall money, and then the mall gets people in your store, right? Amazon, hello. Like, not everyone is a fan of Amazon, but Amazon found a way to get people to come to their mall. And the stores are like, hey, you got a lot of people in your mall. Can I come there? Sure, pay us. because we have something of value and it's going to make you more money, although you're losing some control. So there's always a give and take, dropping dimes on people. And here, when it comes to sharing your contact information, I hope I got some people to get their brains thinking. Some people may have got on this call to like just straight jump in and know my contact app. And it's an evolution. You know, the first thing you have to know is the mentality. The mentality is you got to learn a little bit. There's a curve all along the way. There has been a learning curve. Before people could write, they had contact information. They would be like, ooh, right? They would point, they would whatever. We found a way to communicate. Like human beings need that. We communicate. As time has gone on, we've enhanced that communication. Never before, though, has there been this ability with the digital enhancement, a virtual world connected to a reality world. And a lot of us are just letting it go. We're not like grasping the need to really take control of our future, of our content. And I'm going to show you this video, which will talk about that. So I hope now you understand why you need to put some time in. No one gets into a car, has the key, and thinks they can drive. But everyone knows that that car is going to help them do what they need to do. It's a tool, it's a vehicle. And so they take the time to learn how to drive the vehicle, right? We've become kind of digitally lazy, I think, where if we, you know, not all of us, but some of us are like, oh, I'm just not tech savvy. So they won't do it. They won't put the time in. But here's the reality. You're doing it anyway. I just met someone the other day. He's like, here's my, you know, take my wife's phone number. So I take the number and guess what I did? I called her. I typed it in my phone. I clicked create contact. I put her name in. I took multiple steps. Tell me. And all I did was get her information. Tell me what's so wrong with me just, you know, saying, here's my contact card and opening up my contact app, taking her name and number, and then I can just ask a question. I can send her notes. I can get her birthday. I can take a selfie, which becomes her contact picture. This one here I love because the A down there, you know, when you like take a card and you write it on the back. So this could be a note that goes to her, like she's writing on the back of her card, you know, to herself. So there's lots of cool stuff there. Now, I had to go through those steps anyway. Now what I've realized is that people need to have to kind of become licensed contact sharers. Okay. It may sound funny and sound like, come on, that's too much. That's too difficult. No. What are you trying to do? Okay. People that join these social networks, they didn't say, oh, that's too much. That's too difficult. They joined because their friends were there. Then, you know, if you go back and you look, it has really come a long way. You can connect two social networks in one. You know, one company owns 3 or 4 of them, and you can, you know, send direct messages, you can shop, you can do all this stuff. It's a lot. I can't even log out of some of them, but people know how to do it. They learned, they took the time, they found value. There's nothing more valuable than your online identity, than your identity. It's your identity, which exists primarily online. This was something that I knew. There's good reason for you to take a minute, find a tool that can help you create that identity, shape it how you want to be seen, that can help you deliver the message that you want to deliver. It's time to take advantage of this because it's right there. See, 50 years ago, they would just be like, here's my name and number. Maybe they found you in the yellow pages, or they can look you up that way, or they might have seen an ad on TV. But now you can give them a robust contact card, a basic commercial infomercial that can last forever about your business, about your person, about whatever. You know, even if it's a Bible verse or Quran verse or a Buddhist saying, whatever, you put it in the notes. And when someone's searching, they haven't seen you in 20 years, you might be dead. But they search through your notes, they open it up and be like, yeah, I love that guy. I love that lady, that man, that girl, whatever. Wow, what a great message. I really needed that right now. These are the things that are valuable today and how you can take advantage of some of the technology to make the world a better place. Now I'm going to show you this video. Check it out.
Here is a quote from Executive Chairman of Google, Eric Schmidt, who is also co-author of the book, The New Digital Age: Reshaping the Future of People, Nations, and Business. Quote, identity will be the most valuable commodity for citizens in the future, and it will exist primarily online, end quote.
What? Wait. Let's look at that. Identity will be the most valuable commodity for citizens in the future, and it will exist primarily online. Identity will be the most valuable commodity for citizens in the future, and it will exist primarily online. I said that in two different tones so that you can understand it was worth it, man. It was worth it. Now, I didn't just say this. This was the CEO at the time, or co-chairman, founder, you heard it, of Google. See, I got this years ago in a dream. I'm not going to go too deep into it, but I was having these dreams, waking up and writing down stuff. It's a lot to it. It's a lot to my contact app, just like there's a lot to all these other social networks. And you kind of have to baby step your way in when you realize it's worth it. Well, this is not a social network, and it's worth it. Now, I'm going to push my contact app to the side, although we never really can push it to the side. I'm going to pick it up and set it to the side so that we can talk about how to share. There's a couple of different ways that you can share. All right. There is the, let's see, the phone number, right? Hey, what's your phone number? And then you just open up the phone. Wait a minute, hold on. So let's go through this little scenario here, right? I'm sharing and I'm talking to somebody and they're like, oh yeah, give me your number. And you're like, okay. And then you got to go through that part, right? And then maybe you can do the, do that. And then you can add a contact, or you can do this way. You'd be like, oh, what's your number? Like, I still have steps to do. And I'm talking to them. I'm kind of fiddling. And I'm like, wait, hang on. Like this happened when dude was like, here's my wife's number. I was like, which way do I want to go? So I did like this and just, I made the call real quick and then I stopped. And then here I did add the contacts and then I created a new contact. How many steps am I doing? And then I had to put it in and put in her phone number. No, the phone number is already there. And then I went down and made a note because I needed to make a note. And then I hit the save. I did all that. Now, let me show you what I could have done because I did all that. Oh my goodness. What I could have did was, let me show you. I'm going to show you the MICAH search. So if I don't have somebody's profile, but I know it's here, I go to open up my MICAH. I click profile search on the bottom left. And I'm like, man, let me send you this real estate agent. She's really good. She works out of Chicago. And I'll send you her business card. What's your wife's name? My phone is fun. Okay, cool. Edith, and what's her number? Okay. All right, great. She likes phone, fine, okay. And what area do you guys live in? 60. Okay, cool. All right. You want to give me your email? You want her to email it? No? All right. Okay, I'll have her give you a call. Send. And then maybe a comment. Now the comment goes to Carmen. And I could say, whatever, right? Just a note. And then I send it. So that to me was about the same time, but now they're going to get all this good stuff. It's not, well, see, there's the notice that Carmen gets. I get it as well. And so, yeah, there it is saying, hey, come on in. So while we're here, I'll show you. See where it says click to download contact card? If I do that, it will automatically save as a contact. Look at that, open, VCF. And it's done. Now Edith is in there. Oh my goodness. Which way is better? The E, or I got my contact symbol so I know that it came from that. And look, I have more information in the contacts. My contact card, that's a note. So I know where it came from. That's her category, if you will, for those people. Let's look at this one. You see? Which it's not hard. It took like the same amount of time. And now all I did on the first one, all I did was get Edith's information. On the second one, I actually gave her Carmen's information. That is a lot more robust. So how are you going to do your sharing. Okay, you can share the phone number. You can say, hey, let me text you. But again, that's it. You can make a contact card and share it, but it doesn't always look the same on an iPhone and iOS. You can say, here's my phone number, right? And they just take your number. So, and you can do like an airdrop or something. But the thing is, we don't know what we don't know. And what people don't know is what I just showed you. You didn't know the reverse V card is what I call it exists, where someone can enter information into a form, you get notification, and then you can download it into your contacts. No one knows that exists. That's exclusive to my contact app. You know, that's so. First thing is deciding what's your objective. What should your objective be? And this is really important. Once you make this decision, you don't have to do it but a few years, every other year. It's like trading in a car. And of course, when you buy a car, you just don't buy a car. You have an objective. Well, I'm going to be driving a lot to work, so I'm going to want a car with good mileage. Oh, I'm going to be driving in the snow, so I want a car with, blah, blah, blah. You put some thought into it. Well, this is your tool, your vehicle. You need to put thought into like the contact information is what you're trying to get into people's hands, and you recognize how robust it could be and that you're not taking advantage of it. And one interaction, you might only meet somebody one time and they keep your number in their phone for 10 years and then they call you. I'm telling you, it's happened. It's happened. It just happened the other day with this young lady, Shar. And she was just looking to do some stuff. So she said, the first thing she did was think of me. She had my information in her contacts. And she called me. If it wasn't in her contacts, who knows? She might have went and tried to find me on social media, but I'm not super responsive. It's social media. And on my social media, I point to my MICAH. So why would I be super responsive? And some of you may see my title says chriscollinssenior.com. That's another thing for, identity. I think everyone should do that. I changed it everywhere. Why? A little bit of advertising, marketing kind of thing. But you know what? Go to my MICAH. You want to know about me. I'm not going to enter the same information 40 times over so each company can leverage it and sell it for analytical money. Go to my MICAH. Negotiate with me personally, just like these YouTubers do. These influencers. I'm not an influencer. I'm just saying you don't have to be an influencer to take control of your identity. All right. So, Shar, I tried to hook you up, but the website right now is searching and searching. She actually is having work done on it. She does beautiful music, and that's part of the reason. That is why she called me. She just wanted a little tweaking, so her daughter's tweaking it for her. So anyhow, how are you going to share? Quick review, and then I'm going to show you our solutions, and then we'll be done. Now, I hope that we have adjusted your thought process a bit on understanding the necessity to put time into this and finding a company that works. I have a few digital business cards out there from others, and they're all great. Some of them are very flossy. I'm just pulling some up here. It doesn't really matter. There's so many of them. Looks nice, right? Someone say, Christopher, why are you doing this? Well, because I believe what they're selling is like a website. Looks nice, man. It looks nice. And my contact app is going to be all super new, shiny. But then what? When all things are considered equal, then what? Well, that's when you go to the amenities, and that's when you look at who has patent pending. Amazon had a patent pending on the shopping cart, I want to say, or the one-click buy button. They had a patent, not patent pending. They had a patent that gave them a market advantage for 25 years. Don't quote me on the time, but it was huge. So we decided to work backwards. Technology on the front side of how this looks, you can always like hook up that way and always make it look good. But functionality, that cutlass started in the winter. There was something special about that, the way it was built and maintained over this brand new car that was just built to look good and shiny. And that's what and I'm not talking about any particular company, but that's what a lot of them are, built to look good and shiny. But they're not MICAHs. They're not. They're just basic, like digital business cards built for marketing. And if that's what you want to do, by all means, you be about it. And I don't mind showing others. Look, that's my watch, right? So when you talk about a contact card, look at Tizin, because that's one of my clients. Look how it comes up on my watch. That's beautiful. Much better than like a giant T or something. And these are the little things that make a difference. Product placement is what they do in the movies when they put like a Coca-Cola can right there and, you know, charge a lot of money, right? So, yeah, well, that product placement is called your contact app. That's it's called being in the contacts product placement. Now, this is a company here. I just happen to have it right there, so I brought it up. $49.95 for Social Dot. That is a way to share. You know, I like their website, so I'm gonna give them some. Well, I don't mind, man. This is about your thought process. Honestly, if you don't use my contact app and MICAH, I'm still going to go to sleep and wake up in the morning. Would I like you to? Absolutely. But what I would like for you more to do is to recognize, you know what? I got to find a way to connect online, offline. I need to get a MICAH somewhere and like just start that process, because I want the people to have the power, not all super mega corporations. We have to live with corporations. I'm not dissing all corporations. I just believe individuals are that, and they should have empowerment. So I would love for you to use my contact app, but you know, use whoever you want. This is what they do. What can Social Dot share? Social Dot allows you to share anything with the URL links, such as Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, along with 6 custom URL links that can be used for whatever you need. So 6 custom URL links. So they have some limitations. See, what they gave you here is a platform for you to share like your basic info. They have a contact card. They don't have what we have. No way. You can't add notes on their contact card. You can't add picture that wiggles back and forth. You can't anywhere else do some of the things that I'm talking to you about. So hopefully they have some value for you. How does it work? Using advanced technology. It's called near field communication. Link your social sites, contact info, websites. They're saying this because they know it's important to link online, offline together. But see, what people are not checking is like time frame, contacts, and longevity. You don't want to just be like, here is a Social Dot, and someone tap it and they go to your page, your link tree, your this, your that, and that's it. Like, right, like years later, they know. I think people know that like that's not your home, and it's going to be gone. You don't want to do that. You don't want to move in somewhere and provide insecurity that you're going to be moving out. Like, yeah, you settle in, but it's clearly a vacation home. You're just here to do some business and then you're out. I don't believe that that's the era that we're in. You can have on your MICAH business, personal, and you can funnel people down, but you do whatever you want. It's up to you, all up to you. So here, next time I'm here reading here, next time you meet someone, share your info with a simple tap of your Social Dot to make sharing social simple. Now, these people here are in Australia, but I just want to tell you, there's lots of companies doing this. I can just keep pulling them up. I'm gonna pull up 1 or 2 maybe, and it's great. I like here. I like their little GIF. That's what the owner wants. That the GIF, GIF, the moving image here. I call it a GIF, but the creator says GIF. So that's how the NFC sticker works. Goes on the back of your phone, and then you put your phone up to it, and boom, it works. So that's one way of sharing. Very cool, right? Look at that. Now you can share anything. Here's a couple of road bumps with that. You don't have to have NFC, which is the same thing that uses Google Pay, Apple Pay, except it has to be like turned on to do this function. So it's like a motor. And yeah, the motor, the motor runs the car, but it can also do a couple other things, but you have to have those other things turned on, Well, the motor is NFC, and it allows you to do Apple Pay. But if you don't have the ability to do what this video here clip is doing, then you won't be able to do this. You'll just be able to do Apple Pay. So hopefully that helps you understand some people that have like an iPhone 6 and they're like, I can't do it. That's why. And if you have Android, it may be, mine has to get turned on and turned off right here. And so you may have to turn yours on and off. A lot of people don't even know it exists. So here's a problem. What if I don't have mine turned on? That ain't going to work. That creates an embarrassing situation. What if I don't even have it? Well, if you don't have it, then you can open up your MICAH and, you go to the page here, right? You would have to be like, oh, you don't have NFC, after you've been kind of embarrassed because you're like, it should work. And I went to a festival and this guy broke out his digital business card and he tried to tap my phone. It didn't work. And he was like, it should just work. I don't know why it's not working. I know, my friend. So you go to tap it. It may work. It may not. That's one way. NFC. Let's take another look at it. It's pretty cool. At the same time, so many people don't know about it. And when you see it like around, you don't really know, like Social Dot, what, or anyone, there's a couple. And what a lot of people have done, this is what I want to show you now. They have, I'm going to show you this one. They have taken this approach of saying, here's a card. So a lot of people like this tappy, right? So there's a card and you can have the card or the dot. That's not bad. They're a little less than the Social Dot. All right. And a little more for the card. These are others, but same thing. It's a home. I mean, it's not a home. What a lot of people have done is say, hey, I can make money off of selling this NFC technology stuff, the cards, whatever, and give people just a little link tree, a little home, something. But it's not MICAH. And so as you're sharing this, it's not just, I believe it's almost a wasted opportunity if you're just sharing a temporary space. Like this, you get this Social Dot, you're going to create it. You get this tappy, you'll create your profile. And what some people, they have 2, 3, 4 of them. Wow, really? Some of these cards are free. Like the actual profile, I signed up for one of them. It was free. But then when I wanted to, share it, I would have to get the dot or the car, the sticker or whatever you want to call it, or a card. That's how, they make their money. I'm not dissing on them, whatever. But the point I'm making is that you can use any technology to connect to a profile that's free, like a link tree, or not just even free, but doesn't require you to use their tech product. So the one that let me create a profile online gave me a URL, and then I could just put the URL into any sharing system that I want. So that's it. It's the sharing system, okay, that we are really focused on. And our QR Pop is an excellent system to share with for multiple reasons. Not only does it do NFC, where someone could tap and get any URL that you want. Okay. It could be anyone. It doesn't have to be ours. It could be your Social Dot, your tappy, your this or your that, your blue, your whoever you want to call them. It could be theirs, but you can use this QR code. Why do you want to use the QR code? Because it has what you need to easily share for the future. It has the NFC. That's why you can tap it. It has QR code. Come on, people. QR codes are everywhere. I mean, everywhere. I was at Sam's Club today. Everywhere. On the windshield wiper blades, on the back of this, on the corner of that. Like, come on. I was waiting to see, I went to the bathroom, looked in the mirror, like, is there one on my forehead? They're all over. So, and, the QR Pop lets you be able to put the sticker anywhere. You can share your real estate information. You could be at home, share your Wi-Fi, put it on the door. NFC triggers actions. Both of these do. So you can do so much with this. The sticker itself can be washed. It's very durable. There's no monthly fees. There's no app to download. There's no nothing. You can use MYCONTACTAPP to build a profile and share that. Or you can have another one. You can have your Social Dot, you can have your tappy, and you can say, you know what, I don't want a card. I want this QR Pop because it has everything and it's on my phone. I personally do not bring my cards with me, but I bring my phone just about everywhere. And I don't think there's a person that would hear this that would disagree with that for themselves. They might forget their wallet, but they probably won't forget their phone. Like, most likely. Of course, someone's out there right now like, that's not me. Come on, generalization here, right? So I'm going to want something on my phone. And it looks cool. I put it on the back of my phone. I'm good to go. Now, let's just say you don't want the phone, or you don't want anything on your phone. Fine, use a card. But let's say also, I forget my phone. Now, what do I do? Well, that's why we also created. Hold on. Because see, what people do is they share phone numbers, right? So let's search for this. There it is, social contact card. What do people do when they want to exchange phone numbers? They share phone numbers, right? That's like contact information. Here's my phone number. Text me. Here's my number. Text me. Sorry about that. So we created this social contact card number. My grandmother is 80-something years old. God bless her. She doesn't really text or nothing, but she picks up a phone and makes a call. And now she actually knows how to text in a minimal way. She knows how to tap a button and get on the internet. So we created this social contact card number. And I'm hopped around a little bit because I want to show you QR Pop social contact card number. And then I'm going to go into detail how you update your QR Pop. I'm not going to go into detail how to update the social contact card number. And then we're going to retire this. I hope you got some good thoughts. You can sign up for my contact app by going to MYCONTACTAPP.net, or that little blue man down there at the bottom. We call him MICAH Man. You tap that and you can go straight to the login page. Any contact app, you can just tap that and it'll take you to, or any MICAH, you tap that and it'll take you to the login page. You can tap right there and sign up if you're at socialcontactcard.com. And it's just so easy. So like sign up, that's for my contact app. For QR Pop, go to qrpop.net and sign up. So here's what I want to show you. I'm going to show you this video. Where is it at, video? All right, let me move over here. That's the Google one. Oh, yeah, my favorite video. So this is how the social contact card number works. I'm going to show you this, like a simple video, because I already talked about it. We got the fancy videos and stuff, right? I'm just going to show you what happens. So imagine this. You say, here's my phone number, and then they call you expecting to speak to you, but you're not having it. Here's what happens.
Hi, my name's Chris with MyContactApp.net. And today I want to do a quick demo of the social contact card number. It's the easiest and fastest way to share your contact information. Simply give someone your contact card number and tell them to give you a call or a text. And when they do that, they will receive your custom greeting, at which point they can either press a button to transfer to you or to leave a message, or they can simply hang up. After they do that, you will get a text message letting you know that they called, and they will get a text message with your information. That's it.
Oh my goodness. Can someone say, it's so simple, I don't believe it? But it is. It's that simple. Why are you not using this? You know, why? Why? Because you didn't know it existed. Well, now you do. $19 one time, and then $10 a month. You get lots of credits for that. Most people are not going to run out of it. Use your social contact card number, protect yourself, make it easy. It doesn't matter where you are. You could be in an event. If you're a public speaker, put that number up on the board. Everyone calls that number. You put that number on your car, people call that number, and then they're like into your system. You'll get noticed when they call that number. And they'll get information that you want them to have. They can reply, they can forward like when they call you, you can have it set so that they can forward that call to you and like press a button and it'll transfer to you. They can leave you a message. You can send them a text message with whatever you want. You control the content that they receive back. Right? So that's a no-brainer way to share information, whatever it might be. Right, through text messages. Press 5 for this, 5 for that, get a text back, and boom, they can text back whatever you want. If you're like whatever you want, donate to if you're a church, you can have it like, it can just go on and on. I'm gonna stop there. Let me go to the QR Pop, all right? Because I want to show you this QR Pop video, and I just love me the search, so we'll go see what comes up. See, I have to back up a little bit. Nothing comes up. So there it is. Lovely QR pop. And hey, all right. Let's check out this video. And we're going to watch 2 videos, and I'm going to show you how to do it. The videos are very short, a minute and a half combined. These videos are embedded into my contact app.
QR Pop. It's a sticker that goes on your cell phone, which combines NFC and QR code technology. QR Pop allows you to share virtually anything with anyone who taps or scans your unique QR Pop. You can update your QR Pop instantly online. With QR Pop, you can truly share anything with anyone. There is no limit. QRPop.net. It just works.
And it does. It just works. It's so easy. You can't believe your eyes. That's how easy it is. It's so easy, it's overlooked as a big deal. It's so simple, it's overlooked as a big deal. But let's just think about it. You don't have to have a card now that has QR code and the thing you don't have to put out. You just use your phone and you do both. And when you order it, see, a big deal with this, like a problem with the NFC stickers, that people had to have NFC. People would know how, they would have to know how to program it in some cases, or they would have to have NFC to activate the sticker when it came. When you buy a QR Pop, it comes ready to go. Did you notice that in the little animation there? No setup required, ready to go. So easy. So let's watch one more video, then I'm going to show you how to change it. Again, it comes ready to go, right? Like out the box, ready to go. No setup required, ready to use out the box. And that's because when you order, you simply tell us what URL you want to use, and we set it up for you. But then when you want to make a change, all you got to do is log in to my contact app and change one link. Hit save and it's done. Takes like 20 seconds. Okay, let's watch this other video, then I'll show you how to change it.
Combines QR codes and
Woo, that was quick. I'm sorry. My daddy told me always start with the little pause, but apparently that video didn't get the message. Here we go.
QRPop.net combines QR codes and NFC technology, creating the world's first NFC QR code sticker designed specifically for cell phones. When a user taps or scans the sticker, they will be redirected to any website in the world that you choose. Plus, you can update your sticker anytime you want in just seconds. Learn more by visiting QRPop.net.
Now, one thing that's really good about QR Pop is that it's cool and everyone's going to be using it. It's safe, COVID safe, all that. But you can also get paid. Step 2, share and earn. You don't need to be an influencer for this. It's just cool. Just use it. People are going to be like, wow, that's pretty cool. How can I get one? And you're like, let me send you a link. And they click on the link. And or you know what you say? Say, let me help you out. I can save you 20%, because that's what happens when they click on your link. They save 20% and you make 20%. So now you can be making money from it. If you're listening to this and you're like, wow, that's pretty cool. It is. And we try and set it up. I just think that it makes sense. If you're going to share, why not get paid? But I also think if you're going to share, you better have used it, right? Don't fake the funk. So you have to order. Click order, step 1, scroll until you see shop now, click on shop now, boom, takes you out. Now, there's an area down here, it won't say it because I'm already logged in, I believe. It'll say like create account, somewhere around here. And you click yes, create account. It'll be like, somewhere around there. You click create account and then you'll be able to share and get paid. If you try to do the referral system without creating an account, the system will tell you, hey, you got to create an account first. So I just want to let you know. Market $100 what we're looking at, one-time fee, because of what it does. But right now we're at $20. We're just intro, just letting you all know, hey, come on. We know you might be a little like, no, been doing this for a long time. And now it's time to just let it out the box. We are bootstrapped, which means we don't have any big financiers, you don't have any big people behind us throwing money. We're homegrown, all right? But this is real. Do you remember company starting in a garage. Yeah. And now they run the world basically. Let's look at Apple. This is a great success story, just waiting for you to help make it happen. And it starts with getting your QR pop and sharing. So that's the QR pop. I'm going to show you how to change it. And hold on, back up here. All this is still within the QR pop, MICAH. And you can share. When you go to share, you have so many different ways, SMS, whatever. You press the plus button, you get so many more. So that's a method to share. And of course, you can come back here and log into your account through there. It just walks you through it. And then you have how to scan NFC code or QR code. These are third parties, and they will give you some information on how to use it, how to scan it, and why it's of value. I highly suggest you take a look there. Like here, talks about the growth for anyone that may doubt it, product growth, etc. And this can be used for anything. MICAH, the whole concept, the contact itself. I have a school teacher. The board needs to, every board is different and stuff, what you can and can't do. But the teacher absolutely loved this. It was like, oh, so imagine every teacher having a QR code. And when they have like parent teacher conference or they meet the parents, they can have a MICAH there, or they can change it, or excuse me, they can have a QR pop there, and the parents can come over and they can tap or scan, and they can get all the teacher's information. And the teacher could have a MICAH like this that has stuff like the daily agenda. Oh man, I've used this to keep my kid in open, online. This is the school district here, all built right in, all online, all there. Tap for whatever you need, download. And a lot of classes have social media. So there's a social media. It just makes sense, don't you think? It just does. And so, if you're a teacher or whatever you are, if you're a coach, like however you want to look at it, it's an easy way. Now we're going to go log in. Remember I told you can click on MICAH Man, log in. All right. Before we go, I'm going to show you how to change this. Hang on. I got to unplug, take off that's the cover of my phone. I like to open it like Christmas Day gift. Just, all right. So here's the fun part. We're going to log in here. Where am I going to? Oh, I'm going to take you to my personal. Hold on. I'm going to stop the screen share for just a second. Oh, there's the annotation. Look at that. Zoom has it right there. Okay. Now I know. All right. No fear. We'll be back. I'm not going nowhere. I'm just logging in. Didn't want to divulge too much. All right. So when you first log in, from a mobile, it's going to look like this. It'll be looking a lot different when we're done with the update. But from a mobile, it'll look like this. I have an S10 Galaxy Note. I'm going to zoom in. Remember, this is to update your QR pop. So you go over here, QR pop short link maker. Doesn't matter how long the link is, like really long link that you have. If you want to make it short, you can use this QR pop short link maker. And you can see some of these here in the middle. They're really long, but the end link is really short. Like that's kind of long. That's my son's Spotify, but his link, let me show you like what the link looks like. So we're going to use the blue and that will copy it. See, copy the clipboard. So now let me show you how his looks. So, oh, hang on. Much shorter. Well, doesn't matter. It all breaks it down to super short and goes to Spotify. That's my son's. Check out his Spotify. Okay, so here's me. You see here the number of clicks. Let me use this pin. Yeah. Okay. All right. So you can see here the number of clicks, right? 25. It counts the clicks. You can see over here the QR code. Let me turn it this way. So this QR code that's on the back of your QR pop, it actually is right here. And you can copy that by tapping on it, and then it will show itself. And now you can use it anywhere. Oh, didn't mean to do that. There it is. and then you copy and you send it wherever you want. So that's pretty sweet. Now, when you get your QR pop, it will look like it'll be right on the top line. You only have one. Your QR pop will be already set up. And you want to make any changes, you tap the green, that's the pencil for edit. And then you go to destination link and change this link. That's it. Let's see. Where are we going to go? Where are we going to go to? I don't know. So let's just go to, I'll go here, just like defaulting. All right, but the reason is I want to show you how easy this is. All right, and before we do that, I'm going to scan my QR pop and show you. So here is my QR pop and a regular one, right? Watch. And lighting is so important. There's the scan, and boom. I'm also going to tap it. Now I just tapped it. I meant to actually show you that. So hold on. I want you to see full transparency. All right. And where's it going to take me? It takes me there. Okay, so now let's make this change. Save. Boom. Now let's do it again, shall we? Scan QR code just so you can see it, but I'm going to tap it. All right, see what happens. Did that just change? Gee, it sure did. How easy was that, people? I might have to change and start leading with that. So we tapped it, we scanned, and there it is. Now I only have 2 on here. So I'm showing people and I can show them the limitations. Like, yeah, okay. What would I do then if I didn't have QR pop? I'm telling you, when I look at someone's phone, I have to size it up. I go, oh, what kind of phone is that? Oh, is that a newer iPhone? Tap away. Oh, that's an older model? Hey, did you know you can scan a QR code? And they're like, oh, no, I didn't know. I went to an office the other day. A guy was like, security guard. I had that exact conversation with him. I was like, yeah, open your camera. And I had him point to this. And it did its thing. And he was like, oh, yeah, I didn't know that. Thanks, buddy. Now, I'm going to change it back. I'm going to show you just, again, how fast it is, right? So you're going to a different function or something. You need to change it back. And my phone is going, So this is the internet connection thing, but no biggie. All right, we're going to change it back here to my MICAH. So boom, tap, save. I think they say in the movie business, that's a wrap, right? So let's see what happens. I don't feel like dealing with QR code. I'm going to tap. See how it works? Be like, forget it. Or be like, here, take my number. Look at that, man. Come on. And I'm going to scan it again so you can see the change. There we go. It's back. That's the QR pop. That's how easy it is. And the world works on URL. When you share YouTube, when you share Netflix, it's all URL based. All URL based. So we allow you to share just about any URL. Well, no, correction. You can share any URL. And our short link maker takes that long Spotify URL and makes it a little tiny thing. QRpop.net is available right now. The price is going to go up, but the company is not going to go anywhere. We're going to keep growing and developing, and we're thinking for the future. We're thinking MICAH. We're thinking online identity, and we're thinking who's coming with us. And I'm thinking, I hope you do. My name is Christopher. This is brought to you by ARC Loyalty. Show love first, one by one, always return kindness. And my contact app. They have created my internet contact address hub, or MICAH. You can go to Chris Collins or chriscollinssenior.com if you want to show support for ARC Loyalty. Right there, tap that button. We didn't get into this too much, but let me just say, stay tuned. grow with us. It's exciting when you grow with the company, like people that had Apple stock when it was only 5 employees. And now, how much their stock is worth, or just the fact that they were there, on the ride. It's something that feels good to know that you grew with that company. And so we invite you to grow with us. If you have any questions, reach out to me. We're going to be doing some extensive training for my contact app, but you have what you need to make a MICAH now. If you have any questions, you have what you need in the portal to make a social contact card number now. You have what you need to make a QR pop order and start using it right now. Keep your current MICAH digital business card, whatever company you're using, any of the companies we saw. You need a referral. I got a whole bunch of companies, but get you a QR pop because no one else has it. It's patent pending and it just works. I look forward to seeing you again. We're going to be meeting Sunday through Thursday, 7 p.m. Give or take a few minutes and take it to about 8, give or take a few minutes. And we're going to keep retooling. This was going on our second week of doing these videos and presentations. So we're checking the numbers, seeing what works, how long is what, and maybe we'll just have multiple presentations throughout the day to discuss different things like focusing in on my contact app. The challenge is, like I mentioned, that big network that owns 2 or 3 social networks, and they have so much, and you got payments and everything. Like, it takes time to get that, to get everyone involved so much and embed it and making them their life. So we don't want to overwhelm you. But if you have any questions, reach out. We're here, and stay tuned. All right. Thank you so much. Make sure you leave a comment if you're watching on YouTube, and you can always log in. Just so you know, you go to chriscollinssenior.com right here, click on my Zoom at 7 o'clock Zoom room. Just click there. It'll bring you there. You'll go into the waiting room and I'll see it, but I'm not checking the YouTube right now. We're working on something like that. So if you have any questions, reach out. Thank you, everyone. You have a great day, and be patient with me while I try and exit everything. All right. Okay.